Yeah, my name's Neil Dunsmore. I'm 56 years old. I'm an offshore inspection engineer. I work in the oil and gas industry. Have done for about 20 years now. And obviously in that time, it's just working 2 weeks away from home and then back in the house. It's just finding the right balance of fitness, nutrition, health. Um, so yeah, I mean, and then obviously joining you guys is basically to get back to a good level of fitness, and obviously for a trek that I did in May.
That's right. That's right. Well, for the viewers watching this, Neil, let's rewind 6 months then when you
Hmm.
started with us. Where were
Yep.
you and like why did you want to come on board to work with us? And in the 6 months, like what have the results been?
Fight for joining was to basically train for getting to Everest Base Camp.
Hmm.
Although that wasn't the sole journey. It was basically to get myself back into a better physical shape, to lose some weight. Just prior to joining you guys, I got my bloods done, so found out that my cholesterol was quite high.
Hmm.
There were other parts of that came back that weren't amazing. So that was a bit of a wake-up call. And then obviously I know a friend of mine who joined you guys. I saw his video. And I thought, oh, that looks good. So let's give it a try. Jumped on board. And I think it was just about basically learning how to eat properly, when to eat, how to train my body, what parts of my body to train, and just put all that together um, for me to balance out my lifestyle so that I become healthier, become fitter, mentally fitter, mentally healthier as well, and all these things. And I think
Yeah.
since then, it's just what a journey it's been. It's been absolutely amazing. Um, I've lost weight, I've toned. I just got my 6 month bloods done again, and the difference between January and now is of even just the weight off my waist from
Mhm.
when they measured my waist back then. I think I was close to just over 36. I'm almost a 32-inch waist now. In
Yeah.
fact, I tried a pair of jeans on at the weekend at 31. So that loss of weight, so you're starting to see a shape now, which is a nice.
Yeah.
It's like a V instead of a bottle going
Yeah.
the other way. It's an upturned bottle, so it's amazing. It's just fantastic. So, and then my metabolic age came back as 43. So in that 6 to 7 months, um, metabolically, I've taken 13 years off my life, or improved my life by 13 years. So effectively, I've got the same body as a 43-year-old, yet I'm a 56-year-old man pushing 60. And I think that is an achievement that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Not a bad
Uh,
return on 6 months effort to reverse your metabolic age by 13.
well, initially, when I did the test, I was 55,
Mm.
and the test came back as 52. So I was still not too bad, but it wasn't as good as I was expecting.
Mm.
And I did get a bit of a shock back from the bloods, obviously, with the cholesterol. So in that time, with your help and Dan's help, I've managed to get my cholesterol from, I think it was about 8.5, which is quite high.
That's right.
And I'm steadily every week under 5, which is the norm now. So 4, 4.5 to lower that as
Yeah.
well as everything else. And you should have seen the smile on my face when I got the second booklet back and compared the two in
Mm.
that 6 month period. It's mind blowing what you can actually achieve.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. So I'm a massive advocate for anyone that wants to go on this journey, because everyone can do it. You can do it if you put your mind to it. It's never been a chore for me to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym,
Hmm.
or go for a run, or find something to do physically that keeps me active. As well as, and you know what I have really enjoyed is getting on the scales every morning and seeing the dropping of the weight kilo
Yeah.
by kilo. And obviously there's come out, Dan and myself were working out our weights. So I think initially I was about 88 kilos. So I managed to lose about 6. I'm down to close to 82 now. I think the target is 80, but obviously when as you lose weight, you put on muscle as well. So it's finding that balance of keeping the muscle, but retaining
Sure.
the weight loss at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's been a bit of a challenge, and it is difficult, or not difficult, it's been harder for
Yeah.
someone my age, but I definitely managed it because of the weekly calls, and then just keeping an eye on what I'm actually putting into my body on a daily basis.
Mm.
So it's been perfect. The journey's been incredible.
Your goals, Neil, are very well. They're similar to most of the guys we work with, and there was
Yeah,
three. The only difference with your goals was that you were climbing to base camp Everest. So like,
yes.
not many of our clients do that, but
No,
you had three goals really. You had a performance based goal. You want to be fitter, so you could do obviously get to base camp Everest, and then the other two goals, which are common for our clients, you wanted to achieve a better aesthetic physique, which you
yes,
definitely did,
yes.
and also your health markers were a little bit out of range. You wanted to bring them down. So
Mhm.
I think in the space of 6 months, you've done a fantastic job. Going back 6 months ago, did you think you would have achieved like the results that you had?
I didn't think I would be able to do it, but I have because of the program that I've been on.
Mm.
The all the different um, weightlifting that I've done, all the different exercises that I've been shown, and I didn't know about prior to doing it. So I actually found some of the routines quite difficult at the start, but that's because I wasn't used to it. But once you start training your body into getting up on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I eventually asked Dan to put a fourth routine in for me, so because it becomes addictive.
Yeah.
Um, and seeing those changes and seeing a little bit of muscle develop and seeing the weight fall off and then you seeing your chest getting a little bit bigger and it's amazing because you think, well, I actually can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because in here, people tell themselves, no, I can't.
Yeah.
But you can, absolutely 100%. Everyone can.
Yeah.
So anyone that says they can't do something, that's not the
And
right
and
answer.
you're testament to that too, Neil, because like you don't have a 9 to 5, like a regular 9 to 5, do you?
Exactly.
Like you work offshore.
Exactly. Yeah, we're working offshore. I mean, my routine flips completely because I work a 12-hour shift. I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I finish at 6 at night. I go straight to the gym, 6 till 7. So I've done a 12 and a half hour shift. With you and Dan's guidance, I think it's just been a fantastic journey because I've learned so much. And then eating, as I say, the right products and making your own foods, even downloading the manuals that you gave and eating food out from them, making my own food. It's been,
Yeah.
I can't,
I'd be really interested to get your take on this, Neil. Sometimes, you were not in this headspace at all, but sometimes I speak to people that, are, are in their 50s and, inherently they have busy lives, whether that be, family lives or maybe they're quite senior in their kind of work positions. And
yeah,
I've had people say to me, Matt, I can't join you guys because I'm too busy. I'm not going to be able to do this. As someone who is extremely busy and has, as we said, like by no means a 9 to 5, what would you say directly to someone like that that says they're too busy to get in shape?
you have to make time without a shadow of a doubt. And I have. I think it's mental at the same time because, like I said to you, people say, no, I can't do it. You can do it 100%. Tell people is you have to make the time.
Yeah.
Because your health is important. Moving on in life, you want a healthier life. I want to continue this journey that I'm on. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see my children grow old. I want to see my grandchildren, things like that. I'm a 56-year-old man. Yep, but I don't feel 56. In my head, I'm still 20. So I still feel I can achieve all these things that I want to do and I want to set out.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
I think that make time, Neil, that's probably the best advice you could give, isn't it? Because at the end of the day,
absolutely.
you should you prioritize what's important to you. And if you say and you're in denial that you don't have time, you got to question: is this actually a priority
Yeah,
for you? Because if it was a
exactly.
priority, you would do it.
Exactly. And
Um,
you have to make time because an hour out of your life is what? Nothing. Because
yeah,
that hour out of your life doing a bit of exercise potentially can, if you do that over a period of time, you're giving yourself years.
yeah,
And that's what we all want at the end of the day. And that's what I want. If you stay physically fit and mentally fit, it just makes you feel so much
yeah.
better. Makes you feel good.
And that was the thing we spoke about just before we hit the record button, Neil. You were saying that, not only have you seen obviously the health marker benefits and the physical aesthetic changes, but you
Mhm.
mentioned there briefly like the mental benefits too. Can you talk to
Yeah,
us a bit about that?
massively. Yeah. Yeah. It's always been a funny one because I think everyone has their own issues and we all deal with things differently. But I think if you're in a good headspace, if you're physically fit, if you're eating properly, if you've got a good nutritional balance, I think
Mhm.
the mental side of that comes in um, automatically. It happens itself. You will find overnight. I think the endorphins you get from training,
Mhm.
um, putting good food into your body, and just being able to live life is huge. I have been so much happier this past 6 months. You got a spring in your step.
Mhm.
Nothing really gets me down. I have had my days and things like that. We all do. It's a huge marker, I think, for mental health is being fit physically and it obviously what you put into your body as well. And that's been the big thing for me and learning through the whole process
Mhm.
to change my life to achieve what I've done in such a short space of time. So I'm like from January to July, those two sets of bloods, I'm like, what that's what I've achieved in that. If I continue this,
Yeah.
what are my bloods going to look like in January next year? It's
Mhm.
just and that again, so that's an incentive to me now to continue. I don't want to let this go. I don't want to sit on my laurels and think, right, that's me done now,
Yeah.
and put on 3 or 4 stone. And
Yeah.
what's the point of that? There's no benefit at all.
Yeah.
So I'll go back in 6 months' time and get my bloods done again, and then I'll be like, right, okay, I'm racing here. I'm laughing. And I
Yeah.
think after that, it's just a case of maintaining because I don't think I'll get such an impressive set of figures again. That's obviously been such a good regime that I've been on with you guys and learning. So I think just continuing that learning now will continue to keep me in a better place
Mhm.
and just mentally, physically, everything.
Yeah.
And it'd be great to see the results as well because when you get your bloods done, it lets you know the markers, how your blood's looking and things like that. And they've all come back perfectly
Yeah.
since initially got my first set of results
Yeah.
done in January. It's amazing, and I've said it to Dan every chat we've had every week. I'm like Dan. I'm like I can't believe it. It's like I'm losing more weight. And I'm doing this. I'm so happy. I'm mentally in the best place I've ever been. Helping you guys has just been fantastic. So I would encourage anyone and everyone to put their all into getting their health. And as I say, once you get your physical health sorted out, your mental health then follows. And
Yeah.
the two marry up. It's just absolutely fantastic. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Seeing the changes. And it's a lifestyle change. This is not for 6 months. It's not for 12 months. This is
Yeah.
for the rest of my life, essentially. So yeah, it's a
Amazing.
life change.
Amazing.
But
Fantastic.
thank you guys as well. It's been amazing.
No,
I
you're
haven't so
very
enjoyed it. It's been
you're very
brilliant.
welcome. You're very welcome.